Hello, and I'm here with another book review. This is a book that I won off of Goodreads First Reads. It's called Witches, Wizards, and Winks, Oh My, or WWWOM. A novel by Mary Puma, and then slash autobiography with a green hand. First off, I thought the cover was pretty clever. Um, so I really couldn't say much about the cover. First off, I give this book a 3 out of 5 stars, which means that I liked it. I didn't really like it and I didn't love it, but I did like it. Um, this is. It's like a retelling of The Wizard of Oz, but from the witch's point of view. And on top of that, it does have a style. Like most authors, like once you've read them for a while, like you realize that they have a style. Well, this author definitely has a style. When you go into reading it, I will tell you the first 50 pages are completely struggling. But you have to make yourself do it because the middle and the end are totally worth it. That's where she kind of kicked into her groove, I think. Like I can really tell that this was kind of like a first novel because I think beginnings are the hardest things to write because you don't know where to start. And I think that this was true for this author, but at the same time, like once she got into the groove, like the middle and the end were like really, really good. Like I'm talking really, really good. I loved the middle and the end. But it was the beginning that I had issues with. So that's why I got 3 stars. It also got 3 stars because I thought that it could have been longer. I think that she could have went through what the witch was feeling when she hunted Dorothy, and she didn't do that. And I think it would have made the novel a lot longer. And I think it would have made it better for us to go through the bucket of water being tossed on the witch. I think that that would have been something that we all wanted to read. And she kind of left that part out, and I mean, it just kind of ends with Dorothy dumped a bucket of water on me. You know? It didn't really go into it, and I think that her hunting Dorothy and getting tossed with a bucket of water, and I think that could have been, like, the best part of the book if it had been in there. So but it was a fairly good book. I would pick it up just to add it to your shelf if I were you, because it was good. I mean, the middle and the end is worth the hassle of the 50 pages at the beginning. But, and also, just to point this out, like, it's not only, I think beginnings are kind of, especially, like, first beginnings are really hard for everyone. I don't know if anybody else thought this, but I thought that the first couple chapters of the very first Harry Potter book were really slow when I was a kid. And I think that this kind of had that same problem. It was slow. It was kind of like background information and it's stuff that you needed to know, but at the same time, I think it was just the way it was presented. I think that if she had written this straight from the witch's point of view, that it would have been a lot better than this witch's point of view through a vessel type thing. Like, I get it, but at the same time, like, it didn't have to be that exaggerated and that pointed out every single time that it came up. So, but I did really like it. I loved her use of imagery. Like, it really did play like a movie in my head. Especially, like, the more... She writes action parts really, really well. And her dialogue isn't bad. It was just simply the beginning. That was the only problem I had with this book. And, of course, the absence of that few chapters that I think could have made the book golden. If she had put in the witch's hunting of Dorothy, I think it could have made this book a golden, best-selling, golden book. Like, I think it would have made it, like, 4 stars. You know, I mean, it would have added another star. I think it could have made it amazing. It could have made it really, really amazing. But as it is, it's a 3-star book, which means I liked it. So, I would definitely pick up this book. I also want to point out that just by her, I liked her style. I liked the way that she wrote the middle and the end. I would really love to see her do a retelling of The Little Mermaid from the point of view of Ursula. And I've wanted that kind of book for like ever because, well, actually, her name's not even Ursula. Let me just point that out. I'm talking about the original Little Mermaid fairy tale, the really dark one. I want to see a book from the point of view of the Sea Witch. That's what I want a book of. Because we've had retellings of this, and I actually read one, and I think it was called, let me see. I read one and I did a review on it, but I can't remember the name of it. But I would really love to see that book done. The book about the Sea Witch. And I think that this woman could have been the woman to do it. Like, I would love to see her write The Little Mermaid, but from the point of view of the Sea Witch.